When you stop to think about it for a moment, there are actually a lot of animals that don't have eyes. Jellyfish, hydras, sea urchins, sea cucumbers, worms, and many more critters never evolved a means of looking around, and instead, use other means to make their way in the world. Other than those animals, there are some that either had eyes at one point in their evolutionary history, and lost them over time, or they evolved eyes that were later rendered incapable of seeing. Whatever their evolutionary niche, these 10 interesting animals lost their ability to see the world around them but found innovative ways of surviving.
Blind legless lizard, Dibamus daliensis.
A new species of legless lizard was discovered in 2011, and as the name suggests, it's completely blind. These interesting animals have some of the characteristics of snakes but fall under the Dibamidae family of blind skinks. Though they look similar, they have external ears, and depending on the gender, they may have small protuberances where legs would normally be located. The new species was discovered in Cambodia and marks the first time an animal of its kind was located in the Southeast Asian nation.
Brazilian blind characid, Stygichthys typhlops.
Brazilian blind characid, a species of cave-adapted fish, which has evolved to no longer need eyes, or pigmentation. Like other species of tetra, they are small fish, measuring up to 1.8 inches, 4.6 centimeters, and live a relatively solitary life in their cave ponds. In the wild, they are becoming rarer, due, in large part, to a reduction in the local water table, which has resulted in the drying up of numerous ponds and streams. Despite their decline in the wild, they are sometimes kept in aquariums as pets, where they are prized for their unique features.
Kentucky cave shrimp, Palaemonias ganteri.
Labite shrimp found in the caves of Barron, Edmondson, Hart, and Warren counties, Kentucky. The species has evolved without eyes of any kind, and its shell lacks pigment, making it almost entirely transparent. They live exclusively in underground streams found in caves and can be found mostly in Mammoth Cave National Park. They survive in the low-energy environment off of the sediment that washes into the cave via the movement of groundwater. Within the sediment, they find a rich bounty of protozoans, fungi, algal cells, and other organic materials.
Proteus anguinus.
Entirely aquatic, which is unusual for any amphibian, and it is found solely in caves in the Dinarsa Alps, where it spends its life eating, sleeping, and breeding underwater. Their fleshy skin color has earned them the nickname of human fish by the locals, and it has a rich history dating back hundreds of years. The first examples were identified in 1689, where the locals found them washed up after heavy rains. They were believed to be the offspring of a cave dragon, but sadly, they are mere salamanders, and cannot breathe fire.
Kauai cave wolf spider, Adelocosionops.
Found in only a few caves located in the Kaloa-Poipu region of Kauai, Hawaiian Islands, where only 6 populations have been observed. They are relatively small for wolf spiders, and only reach a body length of around 0.8 inches, 20 millimeters. Their above-ground cousins have large eyes, but the Kauai cave wolf spider has evolved to no longer need them. It has no eyes whatsoever. They are completely harmless to people, and instead, prey almost exclusively on a small amphipod found in its environment, which itself is limited to only 9 populations in the same area.
Wide-mouthed blind cat, Satan eurystomus.
And the only member of the genus Satan. Yes, Satan. The species was first identified in a dark well, indicating it evolved to live in a lightless, subterranean environment. It is currently found in only 5 artesian wells in and around San Antonio, Texas. They lack pigmentation, and as their name implies, they have no visible eyes on the outside of their bodies. They do have eye remnants, suggesting they once had eyes but evolved to no longer need them. Their ocular remnants are incredibly reduced in size, and have little to no trace of a retina or lens. Though the optic tract is present, it doesn't reach the brain.
Blind albino cave crab, Munidopsis polymorpha.
Spot lobster found only in the caves of Jamios del Agua in Lanzarote, Canary Islands. They are small, pale in color, and completely blind. They live exclusively in lava tubes, which were created thousands of years ago after seawater flooded into the caves created by volcanic eruptions. They are unique to their environment and very little has been learned about them since their identification in 1892. Despite the little known about them, they represent the animal symbol of the island of Lanzarote.
Southern cave crayfish, Orconux australis.
Specimen for study. One of the most important details about this critter is that it is a centenarian species, which means it can live in excess of 100 years, and one reported example of a southern cave crayfish was noted to be more than 176 years in age. The southern cave crayfish looks much like other species of crayfish, though it lacks pigmentation, making it translucent, and it has no eyes or any reaction to light. They are found in subterranean cave waters of Alabama and Tennessee, where it is listed as being of least concern for survival.
Mexican tetra, Astyanax mexicanus.
Species, and Pecos rivers in Texas, as well as various bodies of water in the central and eastern parts of Mexico. The fish grew to an impressive 4.7 inches, 12 centimeters.
Texas blind salamander, Eurycia rathbuni.
Salamander is an incredibly rare species of troglodyte amphibian found only in San Marcos, Texas, where it can be found in the San Marcos Pool and the Edwards Aquifer. They can reach lengths of up to 5 inches, 13 centimeters, and their diet enables. Thanks so much for looking at my video. If you want to know another thing, subscribe my channel and join with me. Knowledge Plus. Stores of the knowledge.